Today I'm going to demonstrate how to do a safe MedPass utilizing the DRCC's medication administration policy. So first off, let's start by reviewing the MAR, otherwise called the Monthly Medication Administration Record. These get switched out every single month, and throughout any program in DRCC, they all utilize the same format. So once you understand how to utilize this MAR, you can go into any program throughout DRCC and be able to administer medications without any issues. So along the very top, we have our client's name, the program that they reside in, the pharmacy that they receive their medications from, any allergies, and then the primary physician who has been prescribing those medications. Right here, this column that says physician's orders, these are where all those prescriptions are listed. The next column over, it says hours at the top. This is the column that says the times that those medications are due. So keep in mind in DRCC, you have an hour before and an hour after window that medications can be given. So say a medication is given or is due at 6 a.m., you have from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. to administer that medication. If that med is administered outside of that time frame without the approval of a nurse or a doctor, it is considered a medication error. All these tiny little numbers along the top of the MAR here, those are all the correlating days of the month. So when it comes down to signing off on a MedPass or signing off on a personal treatment, where you would put your initials are you locate that hours column, so the time that that medication is due, and you follow along that line until you see the correlating day of the month that you're working, and where those two columns intersect, that is where you're going to put your initials. And you always, always, always want to sign your initials only after you've completed the task and there were no issues. You never want to pre-sign anything on the MAR in case something happens. And inevitably things happen and you might forget and you think that you can remember to sign off on the MAR at the end of your shift. But whenever you leave a spot blank on the MAR, what that looks like is that medication wasn't given, that treatment wasn't done. So your program director has every single right to call you back in if you've left without signing off on the MAR to sign your initials. Otherwise, it puts our clients at risk for perhaps a double dose or perhaps a missed dose for the day. So always get in the habit of signing off directly after you've completed that task. On the back of the MAR, we have a key that we can utilize. It tells you what to write for certain scenarios. So say a client is away from the facility at MedPass time, maybe they self-administer their meds, maybe they refused their meds, or maybe you just made a mistake on the MAR and you need to document it. All of those things are right here in this MAR, so utilize this as a resource if you ever get confused. Directly below that, we have a place for staff name and initials. So every single month, make sure that you're going through every MAR page and you're signing your signature and you're putting your initials. The reason that we have this section is, these are handwritten MARs. So as the month goes on, all little initials fill up this MAR and it becomes difficult to decipher what's what. So if we have a certain question about a certain medication, a time, and a day, we can easily locate that little signature and we can match the initials in this section and we know who we need to get in contact with. Directly below that, this is for medication refills that come from the pharmacy. So if you receive an order from the pharmacy, you just take those new medications, you locate the correlating MAR page for our client, and you fill in the prescription number, the date that they refilled it, the quantity that was received, the dosage, expiration date, and then signing your name. And this is a nice method, so if we run out of a medication, someone can look on the back of this page and see that we've already refilled it and there should be a new one available in our programs. So now that we've reviewed the MAR, let's demonstrate how to do a MedPass utilizing oral medications. So oral medications are the only types of meds that we do not need to wear gloves for while we're preparing. Oral medications include capsules, pills, liquids, anything that a person swallows. But we do need to wash our hands. So before we do anything, we need to wash our hands, and you can utilize hand sanitizer. You can wash your hands for 25 seconds with warm water and soap. Just making sure that our hands are clean before we do anything. So I'm going to be giving meds for Steve Wilson. So I need to make sure that I am going into the correctly labeled medication area. This is kind of off to the side here. But as you can see, I am pulling medications out from this drawer, and it says Steve Wilson right there. So I have the right person. So whenever we're starting a med pass, we want to start at the very top of the MAR, and we want to work our way down in order, going through each page. You never want to get in the habit of jumping around on a MAR, because that's when things can easily get missed. So always start at the very top and work our way down. So I'm going to be administering Steve Wilson's 6 a.m. meds. So I'm going to take a look at the sheet. It's Steve Wilson's MAR, making sure Steve Wilson's cabinet, so I have the right meds. So I'm going to begin. So I'm going to start at the very top of the MAR, and I see that it is a 6 a.m. med that's due. So the first med is Synthroid, 0.15 milligrams, 1 tablet daily. So I'm going to go into the med area. Here we go. I'm going to locate that medication. Here it is. And this is where you're going to perform your very first check of the 5 rights by comparing the label to the medication to the information that's provided on the MAR. We need to make sure that everything matches up. So right now is where you'll do your first check. So I'm looking for the right person, Steve Wilson, the right medication, Synthroid, I got Synthroid, the right dosage, 0.15 milligrams, 1 tablet daily, 0.15 milligrams, 1 tablet daily, matches the MAR. The right time, 6 a.m., we are right. And they are pills, so they will be taken oral form. So we just did our very first check. Now we can prepare the meds. So I'm going to take my med cup here. And if your program utilizes these bottles like this, always transfer the medications into the cap first before putting it into the med cup. We never want to pour pills directly over a med cup because things could spill and they could get all over the place. So it's easier to just put the pill in the med cup, and if you mess up, they're not considered contaminated if they're in that lid. So if we put way too many, we can just pour them back in and there's no problem. So we need 1 tablet daily. All right, so I got 1 pill in there. So now this is where we're going to do our second check, comparing the 5 rights on the label to the 5 rights on the MAR. So I have Steve Wilson, we have the right person. We have the right medication, Synthroid, the right dosage, 0.15 milligrams, 1 tablet daily. We have the right time, 6 a.m., and it's a pill form, so it'll be taken orally. So we've done our second check, and now that medication is ready to get put into the med cup. There it is. So I put the lid back on, and I'm going to put this medication back in the med area, but this is where I'm going to do my third and final med check, comparing the 5 rights to the label to the MAR. So I have Steve Wilson matching. We have the right medication, Synthroid, 0.15 milligrams, 1 tablet daily. We have the right dosage. We have the right time, 6 a.m. And it's a pill form, so it's going to be taken orally. So now I can put that medication away. And now on the MAR, it is in the med cup. So if the medication has been checked and it's in the med cup, it is ready to give. So we signify that by locating the box that we're going to put our initials in, and we put a dot there. We don't want to put our initials yet, but we put that dot there, and that dot signifies that that medication was checked, it was prepared, and it's now ready and safe to give to our clients. So now we're going to move down the list again, and I see another 6 a.m. med, so I'm going to start preparing that. So I have loxapine, 25 milligrams, 2 capsules every morning, so a total of 50 milligrams. All right, so I'm going to locate that medication. I found it. So now I'm going to do my first check again. We need to do the 3 checks of the 5 rights with every single medication that we're passing. I know it seems like a lot of checks, but if we do this with every medication that we pass, the chances of a medication error decreases immensely. And it's something that you're going to get in the habit of performing, and it's going to get easier over time. So I have loxapine, I have the right medication. Steve Wilson, we have the right person. 25 milligrams, 2 capsules every morning, we have the right dosage. We have the right time, 6 a.m., and these are pill forms, or these are capsules, so they will be taken orally. So I just did my first check. All right, so I need 2 capsules every morning, so I'm going to put 2 capsules in the cup. There they are. And now I'm going to perform my second check. Steve Wilson, got the right person. Loxapine, we have the right medication. 25 milligrams, we got the right dose. 6 a.m., the right time, and these are capsules, so they will be taken orally. All right, so I have that in the med cup. And now I'm going to put them back, so I'm going to do my last check. So I have the right person, Steve Wilson. The right medication, loxapine. The right dosage, 25 milligrams. 2 capsules every morning. We have the right time, 6 a.m., and they are capsules, so they will be taken orally. All right, so we can put that away. And now that medication is all set in the med cup, so I can go ahead and put a dot right there in my square. All right, so now I'm moving back down the MAR, and I have 6 a.m. again. So I'm going to look for Docusate 100 milligrams. All right, going in my drawer. There they are. They're tucked away in there. Okay, so I found it. We have Docusate 100 milligrams. So now I'm going to perform my first check. So I have Steve Wilson, got Steve Wilson on the MAR. Docusate 100 milligrams, Docusate 100 milligrams. We have the right dosage and medication. It is 6 a.m., right time, and these are capsules, so they will be taken orally. So take 1 capsule twice daily. So I'm going to prepare 1 capsule. Ooh. I have 1 capsule in the lid. And now I'm going to do my second check. Docusate, right medication, 100 milligrams, the right dose. Steve Wilson, we have the right person. 6 a.m., we have the right time, and these are capsules. They will be taken orally. So I can go ahead and place that capsule in the med cup. Put the lid back on, and I'm about to put it away, but now I'm going to do my third and final check. So I have Steve Wilson on the MAR. I have Docusate, the right medication, Docusate. 100 milligrams, we have the right dosage. Take 1 capsule twice daily. 6 a.m., we have the right time. And these are capsules, so they will be taken orally. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back. And I can put my third dot on the MAR. All right, so I'm going to keep going down, and I just see 8 p.m.s and I see PRNs, so I don't see any more 6 a.m. medications, so we are ready. One final safety check to get in the habit of is you see all of your dots, so you want to count out how many pills or capsules should be in your med cup before administering them. So I have 1 tablet. Loxapine, we have 2 capsules, so we have 3. Dacusate, we have 1 capsule twice daily, so we have a total of 4. So there should be a total of 4 things in my med cup that I'm going to be giving to the client. So we check 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything looks good, so we can go ahead and give it to the client. They took their medications, there were no problems. So now we'll just go directly back to the MAR, and where we put those dots, we'll just put our initials, and that signifies that it was a successful medication pass. Some things to keep in mind with different forms of medications. Any liquid medications that you have, I can get it out here. So medications that come in bottles and liquids, we still perform the five rights and the 3 checks while we prepare it. We still utilize the label on there. However, to keep in mind, whenever we are opening a liquid medication, you want to set down that medication, the lid, you want to have it upside down. You don't want to have it facing down on the table because that would contaminate the lid. So we want to have it setting up on the table. And when we're pouring a liquid medication, it's not considered contaminated if it's in the medication cup. So say you put way too much and you need to pour it in, you can go ahead and pour it back. It's not considered contaminated. However, when we are pouring liquid medications, you see all the numbers on these measured med cups. We want to make sure that the cup is at eye level and it's on a flat surface while we're pouring it in there. And we need to watch at eye level as well, making sure that we get an accurate read of the dose. If we are holding it while we're pouring, you can see, it's not level, so it's not going to give you an accurate read of the dose, and we could potentially give our clients too much. So always make sure that liquids are on a flat surface and you're looking at it at eye level. Any medications, a lot of programs utilize bubble packs. And how bubble packs work, and they look like this. And there's a little arrow, and they're all numbered. So you want to start at the highest number, and each day, or each med pass, you pop your way down, starting from the top and working your way down. Once it gets to this colored section here, sometimes it's blue. This just signifies that that medication is able to be reordered. So you can go ahead and reorder that medication. When we're popping, when we're preparing something from a bubble pack, we still utilize, we do the 3 checks, utilizing the label here to the MAR. And when we're popping it into a med cup, all you do is you place that med cup directly underneath that bubble. And you just take your finger and you push it right directly into the cup. And then outside of that bubble, you put the date and the time and you put your initials right there. And again, this is just for accountability, knowing that that medication got to where it needed to go. So now that you understand what DRCC's medication policy is like, once you've practiced this, you've had some shadowed med passes with your program director, you should be able to go into any program and pass meds with no issues at all. If there's any confusion, any questions at all, you can always reach out to me via email or text message. And I wish you good luck with this amazing and supportive, positive workplace. Thank you.